Hi guys, hello and welcome to this very tutorial. So in this video we are going to be building a simple chat application using HTML5, CSS, JavaScript and all the languages we are going to be using. So in this section we are just going to be covering the registration form part. So you can see here inside my root folder, which I named Messenger, I have Bootstrap 5. I downloaded that from the net. This is the index file. We are not going to be having an actual landing page for this project, since we are trying to keep things as simple as possible and as beginner friendly also. So you can see here I have jquery.min and then script.js file that I created. So then this is the styling for the bow. So let's just go ahead and add the code. So what we need to do is this. First of all, go ahead and create a p tag, and then let's just write sign up. And then let's just actually give this one internal inline styling here. Actually it's unprofessional, but I'm going to just be doing that for this video. So just font width border. So I'm not actually comfortable with this Visual Studio's autocomplete test. I'm actually used to the Notepad++, and we will type everything manually, and then let's just give it text align center. So let's refresh the page and see what we have. So we have the sign up there already. So the next thing we need to do is this. So let's just go ahead and create div class form group, and then right under it we need to just create a label here, and then here again we need to create input type text, and then give it a class of form control, and then that is all we just need to do. So we'll go ahead and copy this. So let's just paste it. So that's just all we need. So here we are going to be writing first name, because we need the user to be typing first name, and then here we need the user to also provide a last name. Then we also need the user to provide his email address. So let's just change this input type to email. Then here we need the user to be typing a password. So to keep things simple, we are just going to be leaving input type password as as text, so that it's just going to be plain. Then we are going to have a button here, and then let's just say sign up now. That's just all we need. Then let's just go ahead and give the button a class of btn success. So let's just refresh and see what we have. So you can see we have this small form here, not looking nice in any way, but at least it's manageable for this. You can just take that for this very tutorial. So let's give that btn kind of another class. So reg, so that's registration button, because we are going to be having other buttons as this tutorial progresses. So we are going to go ahead and style the button like this. So let's just reg width. We're going to first give it a width of 100%. So that's just going to take out the entire space on the left and on the right. And we have to give it a margin top of let's just say 10 pixels, and that is all we need to do. So you can see it has taken up the entire width. And then another thing we need to do is this text, the first name, last name, and everything we need to give. We need to make that bolder. So what we need to do is label font weight, set font weight to BODR, that is bolder. Then margin bottom, you can give it a margin bottom of just 4 pixels, and then that is all we need to do. So you can see it looks kind of better now. It looks a bit better now. So you can go ahead and add a horizontal line tag under the p sign up text right here. Just go ahead and add HR to kind of give it a kind of demarcation line, and then that is all we need. So let me go ahead and explain everything we've done so far before I'm going to be ending this video. So right here you can see we have a simple HTML file here. So for this one, this very part I'm trying to explain is for the beginners among us. So this here is just this MetaTranslator 8 is just like, let me just say, language setup. That's, we are going to be diving deeper into that in a later tutorial. I'm not going to be explaining all that now. So let's just skip and come down to the line 6. So meta name viewport content suite device suite initial scale 1.0 is just to make this chat application to fit to any device screen at all. So let's just go ahead and check that. So you can see how nice, apart from the bootstrap we added, you can see that it goes ahead to fit properly to all the screen size, and then when it goes the widest it becomes even smaller and kind of nice. So that is just what that line is saying. Then the next part is where we included the bootstrap5.css, then our style.css file, then the title, and then this one is just a simple heading tree tag, then we wrote simple chat application, then the div class container row and everything. I'm going to be adding a link in the description of this video where you can download these codes completely. So let's just go over to the style. Let me explain what we have there. So we have the heading tree tag. We started it to align the text to the center, and then we gave it a margin top of 70 pixels. Let's just go ahead and preview that. You can see it's aligned at the center, both the width by the left and the right, they are equal. Then we have margin top 70 pixels. That's the space from here to the top of the web page actually. Then the dot bold, we gave it a border 2px solid #DDD. The #DDD is just actually a very, very, very light shade of gray. Then border radius of 10 pixels, to make the edges to be curved and not that kind of sharp corners and on. Then we give it padding of 12 pixels by 20 pixels to shift it away from the edge and make it look a bit nice. So margin 0 to, let's just go ahead and comment that out so that you see what this actually does in real time. So I thought I was programming. I forgot myself. I actually thought I was programming. So that is how we comment out. Now you can see that it has shifted itself to the left. So I'm going to go back and remove this from there so that you can see the effect in real time. So you can see it's now back to the center. So the dot red, which is our button, we give it a width of 100% and then margin top 10 pixels, so that it's going to be shifted a bit down from the input type password. And then lastly, what we have here is the labels, and then we made them to be bolder and then give them a margin bottom of 4 pixels. So throughout this tutorial, I'm going to keep to my promise. I'm not going to be using any form of complex CSS codes. Even we are not going to be using CSS3 codes in this tutorial, so they are going to make it as beginner friendly as possible. Even the Bootstrap 5, we are not going to be going deep into Bootstrap 5. So the next video you are going to be watching right after this one is where you are going to be adding functionalities to our chat, the sign up form, so they are going to be able to accept user details and then input them into the database in real time. So for you that is wondering why I haven't added a form tag, because normally it's a form, so I'm supposed to add a form. So I'm just going to tell you this: it's not all forms you see out there on the net that are actually making use of the form tag, because I'm going to be using jQuery. That's the reason for this jQuery file I added here. I'm going to be using jQuery to accept all the user inputs and then fire them to our server and then insert them into the database in real time without us needing any form tag and all that. So thank you, and then watch out for the next video. Bye. I'm going to go ahead and be ending this video here.